Hey, welcome to Boats, Booze, and How-Tos. Today we're doing two things on the boat, getting it ready for winter layup. We're going to do fuel stabilizer quickly, just a little point I want to make on that, and then an oil change. I want to show you how I do mine and recommend a product to you. First, fuel stabilizer. Get a good marine grade stabilizer for your gas. Just read the directions. This is 1 ounce for every 10 gallons. I have a 100-gallon tank on each side, so I'll put 10 ounces on each side. The key point that I want to make for you is don't add the stabilizer at the end and not run your engines. You want to put the fuel stabilizer in and run it through all the hoses in your engine. Otherwise, fuel stabilizer is only going to be sitting on top of your gas. It'll mix a little bit, but you want to run your engines and get it all through your hoses, all through the elbows, everywhere, so that it's actually treating your entire fuel system. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 ounces in the gas tank, and then when I go to change my oil, I'm going to run the engines for about 5 minutes to heat up the oil, so it'll make the oil change a little easier, and that'll be the start of the process. All right. Okay, so number two and I, we just got done running the engines to get the oil hot, because not hot, I should say warm, so that we're actually going to suck it out. I'll show you what I use for that in a moment. But first check your owner's manual for the type of oil. Very important. Don't skip on oil, right? I mean, your engines, that's the biggest investment part of the boat, right? So this one is a Quicksilver 25W-40, right? So using the recommended oil. And then also do some research on oil filters, right? So what was available to me, this was a Purelator filter. Do a little bit of research. Talk to people about different types of oil filters. They're not all created equal. These are about, I don't know, $7-8 a piece. But you can get them for much cheaper. But the problem is they fall apart. There's just a lot of things can go wrong with an oil filter. Even though I'm changing them every year, I want to get the best filter that is available to me. So do some research on it. Now the next thing I want to show you what we do is we pump the oil out. Honestly, I don't know how else you would do it on this engine, but this is an oil pump that I bought several years ago by EWK. It holds, I don't know how many quarts, probably looks like about six quarts of oil. So I think each engine takes about 4.2, so I can do one engine, and then I can go pour it out in my oil collection pan. But I'll show you how to use this in a minute. But these are fantastic. You basically just pump it up. I'll show you how to do it in a minute, and it just pulls the oil right out and makes it really nice, clean, and simple. All right, into the bilge. I don't have my things in. Is that okay? All right, so now we're down in the bilge, and I took the two dipsticks out, cleaned them up, set them aside, and basically all you're doing is comes with two different size hoses, and I'm just using the one that fits into the dipstick hole, and you just kind of tap it down. You'll feel a little bit of resistance here, and you'll hear a little bit of a click, 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 click when you bottom out on the oil pan. So basically this tube is going all the way down through the dipstick to the bottom of the oil pan. It'll take all the oil and the settlement out of it. So we ran the boat for about 5 minutes. Once I saw the engine warming up a little bit, I shut it down so it'll be a little bit more fluid. And there's two ways you can do it on this pump. You can either pump it by hand, which I normally do, or you can actually hook up your air compressor to it. It's got a disconnect for that, and you can suck it out like that, but honestly it doesn't take that long anyway. So as long as you start the engine up to kind of warm up the air, I find just pumping it by hand works great. Oops, I gotta close that valve. But I can feel it beginning to draw the oil, and maybe number two, you can see right here where the oil is starting to come up the line. So I'll just keep pumping it. It's got pressure on it, and once it starts flowing, it just fills it up. And I'm looking for 4 1/4 quarts I'll just keep pumping it until it's done. Really, I got a certain amount of pressure in there already, and it's just going to keep flowing. So I'll go do something else for a little bit. When I come back, it'll be empty. Cool. All right, so taking the oil filter off, just cranked it off with the strap, loosened it up. I got a oil absorbent rag and paper towel, and all I'm doing is, and I got a bucket ready, so all I'm doing is just unscrewing it, flip it over quickly, minimize the oil, pop it in there, and get it with the oil absorbent rag, just trying to keep it out of the bilge the best you can. Check. Oh, well, hello there. Welcome to Drink of the Day. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about my COVID mask. We just got back from dinner. It's actually Drink of the Evening, and tonight, kind of an after dinner drink, having a whiskey. It's actually a bourbon, which is a whiskey, right? From Kentucky or Bourbon County or whatever, down in Kentucky. It's all different types of whiskey. There's Canadian whiskey, Scotch is a whiskey from Scotland, all kinds of whiskeys distilled across the US. This one is actually a bourbon, and it's a Willet, and it's their pot still reserve. Looks like a pot, right? We had this before. You can see I've already tapped into this one. Comes in a couple of different bottle sizes, really unique the way they make it. Honestly, I bought it because I thought the bottle was so cool, and really have learned to enjoy this one. Lot going on, lots of flavors, very spicy. Kind of got a leathery smell to it. Let's give it a taste. It's very, very nice. Smooth. Lot going on. I can't tell you how many different flavors there are. Many. Try it for yourself. But I rate this one high. It's a great value bourbon. On a 10 scale, I'll rate this one high. I'll give it an 8.5. 8.5. Very nice. Hope you try it. Hope you can find it. It is hard to find. But cheers to Drink of the Day.